Now, she became Cameroon's first female lawyer in her early 20s, and today is one of the few people there defending the rights of homosexuals and transgender people. Despite death threats, Alice Nkom's voice is still calling loudly for change in her home country, where people are being imprisoned simply because of their sexual orientation. NGOs there say that at least 27 people were arrested between February and April of this year in relation to that, and they can get years in prison. As May 17th is International Day Against Homophobia, Alice Nkom joins us now to give us her perspective on it all. Ms Nkom, thanks so much for joining us. I wanted to just start by asking you, in this recent court case that saw 2 people in Cameroon sentenced to 5 years in prison for, if I understand it correctly, for wearing women's clothes. Can you tell me a bit about that case?
This is exactly what happened to them. They was just sitting in a restaurant trying to eat something after a very hard day. And they were wearing women clothes because they feel comfortable in it. And when came two policemen asked them their ID, they didn't have it on them. And they asked them to follow them in a police station. When they went there, they say, "Why are you dressing like this?" See, because we feel comfortable. See, why? You don't know that homosexuality is a crime in Cameroon? Say, no, I know there is something like that, but what is the link with what happened to us? We're just trying to eat something. And then they say, no, if you wear yourself like this, and then this is to attract men, or because you are men, if you attract men, that means you are homosexual. And this is the beginning of this hard journey to prison.
Yeah, and 5 years they were sentenced to. Can you tell me what is exactly illegal in Cameroon when it comes to sexual orientation?
Even if we must take in account this provision, this article in the Penal Code, it is an acting sexually between 2 persons belonging to the same sex. It is not the appearance. It is not a crime of facies, of appearance, not at all. But this sentence is so illegal, so arbitrary, so out of all the laws in Cameroon, even the one of 347, for the penal code concerning homosexuality, that it is so scandalous. It is so, unacceptable. We don't know. It must be not a fair trial, but a message from politicians.
So
Yes.
tell me a bit about, it sounds like over the last few months, if not a few years, authorities in Cameroon are getting increasingly harsh on this topic. Can you explain to me why they would be doing that and to what extent?
Yes, they have been. I have had to take care of more than 50 people arrested in the west region of Cameroon at Bafoussam. At the same time, they were talking about HIV in a project of Global Front, and they were arrested because they were suspected to be homosexual, and they were taken to the police station to the same. Fortunately, we have been able, by calling some more officials in Yaoundé, everywhere, to tell them that it was not about homosexuality, but about health and HIV. And then they were released. But this is not the only one. We have more than 150 people arrested in the last 6 months in Cameroon. This is incredible.
Arrested for even talking about HIV. It sounds extremely intense. That's the authorities for for some reason cracking down. I'm still not sure why they might be doing that. But tell me, what about the general public? What do they think of it all? I mean, what would people be so against?
Well, I think it is. This situation is one of some of our authorities who are homophobic, and where we are in a place where politicians are so powerful. They have all the powers, judiciary, legislative, and they do what they want at any time. This is a violation of everything, of treaties, of international convention. This maintaining homosexuality as a crime in our penal code is just a violation of our international commitment to be equal, to not to use discrimination to manage the country, to manage citizens between themselves, to respect the right of people to be different.
Indeed,
that are not. Yes.
It sounds like they feel they're in many ways above the law, or at least they control the law. And I believe you yourself have been threatened because of your work. I mean, do you feel safe and free to do it today?
No, I'm not. I'm threatened every day. But they know that, today I am 76. I cannot be afraid of going to cemetery soon. So it's useless for them to try to threaten me. And I will fight for the rights of these people. They deserve it. They are human, that everybody. Human rights are LGBT rights. And LGBT rights are human rights.
Give me just a brief idea of how do people who are homosexual in Cameroon live today? I mean, are they hiding? Are they, denying their sexual orientation?
Are hiding. This is a pity. When you see them, they are not happy. They are always afraid of what can happen to them at any time. They can even not complain when they are victim of some crimes against them. Because if they go to police, you just have to say that, oh, he is homosexual, and then they forget about your own complaint. And they just look at you and keep you and try to take your phone and and sometimes extortion of money.
Do you think the international... Sorry, Ms. Nkom, but do you think the international community can have an influence in Cameroon, or does religion play a large role?
Because we need the pressure of international community, because this Cameroon is violating the common law, which is the Universal Declaration of
human rights.
Of human rights.
Indeed.
The common law are violated by Cameroon, who is a member of this international community. So they must join us, build a network, a very strong network, to ask Cameroon to respect his commitment, his engagement of international community, because this is a community of human beings. All of us, we have a common humanity to respect.
Miss Alice Nkom, we'll have to leave it there, but thanks so much for taking time out to speak to us on France 24. Very much appreciated. On this May 17th, the International Day Against Homophobia.